main number that you're looking for at the end of the case, because that's going to tell you how much volume you gave back to the patient. All right. Now, let's say that I had enough. So from this point on, it's kind of doing everything all on its own, right? So it's in the standby mode.
Right.
This sensor is waiting until I collect 800 mLs before it starts the fill mode automatically. So let's just say that we have 800 mLs in here. And you'll see that the first thing it does is it's going to try to prime the saline line. Alright, so I'm just going to put this in here to make it think that my saline line is primed. Once it primes the saline line, then I'm going to start pulling from the reservoir, and you can see the little icon is showing you.
Yeah.
You're pulling from the reservoir into the bowl. Alright, so now it will automatically increase to the preset speeds. So on this one, we're going to fill at 450 mLs per minute, and I believe we're going to wash at 450 mLs per minute. So now it's just filling, and like in the video, it's looking for that level of red cells inside the bowl. Alright, I'm just tricking it out here so that we don't get messages. Alright, so it's just filling and filling. You'll see my process volume is increasing because now I'm filling the bowl. And eventually it's going to look for that red cell line. When it sees that red cell line get up to a certain point, it knows that the bowl is full, and then it will trip to wash. Alright, so that's all happening automatically, assuming that I'm not sticking my fingers in and making it transition to wash. So now, we're no longer in fill, we're in wash. That is my target wash volume, 1 liter. That's what I've washed with so far. And that little bar graph is just showing you how close to that target you are.
And right now is when this bag is going to be getting full.
Yeah, now it's getting full because I'm pulling from my big 3-liter bag. And what I have in there from the fill mode is all that light beer, right?
Yep.
All that junk. All the irrigation, the heparin solution, the platelets, the plasma, all that's already in there. Now that I'm in wash, that
it's going to go through
solution
clear.
is washing through yeah, exactly. It's washing through the red cells and then getting dumped into the waste bag.
Okay.
So now this will eventually make its way up. I'm just going to speed it up so we don't have to sit here and wait for it. And again, you're not doing anything while this is going on. You're just sitting there watching it. You're like,
You're monitoring the machine.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah.
they have a what point when you preset it the first time? That's when you need
Yeah, it
the
does
room,
it by
right?
itself. It does it
Yeah, it's already preset. So once you start procedure, you can leave.
Go up and see
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah.
But this part you have to stay and watch.
No, you don't even have to watch this. I'm just showing you. Just so
Air
you can see.
detected in yellow line.
So now, here's an example of what you would see. Let's say I ran out of saline in the saline bag.
Yeah.
So that, remember that light? That little light was yellow
Yeah.
when I had something in there? So now, when I run out of fluid, it's going to turn off. And as soon as it turns off, it's going to tell me air is detected in the yellow line. And now, you'll notice that this button up
turned
here,
yellow.
it was green.
Green, yeah.
Green
Don't
tells
turn
you
yellow.
everything's good.
Yeah.
Yellow means that there's some minor issue going on.
Yeah.
So, everything that you see on the screen is everything that's in the operator's manual. So you don't need, this is all the troubleshooting that you need to do with this machine. You don't need to go look for a manual whenever you get any kind of a
Replace the
message.
saline line. Ensure the yellow line clamp, which was going to be to the saline, is
Yep.
open. Check the tubing for kinks, occlusions, proper placement, which we did before.
Yep,
And then continue to continue. But all right, but you
Yep.
took the thing out, so it thinks it's
exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
They show the fat reduce.
No, not
When I
yet.
do it, I always put it on fat reduce.
Oh, every time?
Yeah, every
Okay,
time.
all right, I'll show them that in a second.
All right.
So, air detected in yellow line, it tells you the explanation and the corrective action for it. All right, so what I would do is I would just spike a new saline bag, right? Get a new saline bag in there, and then when I'm done, I'll hit continue. As soon as I hit continue, then it's just going to start again all on its own.
Comes back to green.
Yep. And so whenever you get
And
this
the centrifuge
message,
is spinning right now. Okay.
yeah. So whenever you get this message, it's a normal message. It says recentrifuge delay. So that just means that because I let it pause for a couple of minutes, the centrifuge will automatically slow down on its own to try to reduce the amount of stress on those red cells.
Right. So that's the light in the bowl that is always going to be there.
Yeah, so that's the laser that's looking for the red cell line.
Oh, okay. So that always red?
Always
never
red,
change
yeah.
color at
Nope.
any time? Okay.
Nope. So the recentrifuge delay, it'll take about 60 seconds to re-separate what's in the bowl, and then it will just restart on its own. So this is a normal message that you'll get.
And there it goes.
And now it'll restart. And now this is just showing you that I'm almost to my target. I'm at 918, 923. And this may, I'll just show you what. So,
Now it's going in extended.
yeah, so this is another message that you might get. So it hit its target volume of 1,000, but it wasn't clean yet, right? So this line wasn't clean yet, so it said, okay, I'm going to have to extend the volume another 250 mLs until that line is clean. So whenever you see extended wash, you probably won't see it all that often, but if you do, that's a normal type of message that you'll get on there. All right, we're going to assume that it hit its target, and now it's finished washing, and now it's going to go into empty.
Right.
So now my icon is showing me that I'm going to take all my good washed red cells, go from here back into the reinfusion bag.
That's the one that's going to go up and...
Right up in here.
Right.
All right, and you'll see that as I'm pumping volume up into here, my reinfusion volume is increasing.
Mm-hmm. What's the number you're targeting?
So it's a 225 ml bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Every cycle that you do will be about 225 mLs, because that's how much the bowl holds.
I give a message like that, but there's huddle time. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. You be saying huddle time.
All right, so when it gets to that point where the bowl is empty, then it goes back into the standby mode.
Right.
So it did fill, wash, and empty all on its own. Now it's back in standby. Now it's waiting for another 800 mLs to be collected.
And then it'll do the process all over again.
Yep.
Right.
Cool. And how much does that bag hold?
This is a 1 liter bag.
Okay. So yeah, it can do the process 4 times.
Four
to fill
times
that bag.
before you need, yeah.
Before you actually fill the bag.
Yep.
But sometimes
They'll
looking
do
for
like-
a
We
full
do the
bag.
passage with them before that. After we do the first one, we put until you have to get a bag, the blood bag. And
Yeah. You guys do the transfer bags, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so